Hey guys, so I'm playing the Skyrim Special Edition. I wanted to make like a commentary for the video that I made. So, when you're like sneaking and you're trying to take over like a place like this, it's actually very time consuming. That's like, of course my video lasted like 20 minutes. As like, if you actually watch the whole thing, I don't blame you if you didn't. There's certain parts of it that are pretty good. So, anyway, this little area, I didn't know how many people were actually in here. So, I had a kind of general idea. Like, I did come here earlier, and there was about 6 people that stormed me, and I just kind of got destroyed. So, I decided to head in and take the place by sneaking. Which, just kind of out of the way, I didn't have any reason to really go to this fort. I just kind of wanted to. So I switched to the third-person camera here, so you could kind of see my armor and stuff, and see that I'm a Khajiit. Which is actually one of the best characters that you can play as for sneaking, because you get a lot of bonus attributes. So originally when I took this, I took the path on the right there, like back the other way, around. I'll actually go there in a little bit, but I took that path first, and I realized that there's a certain spot that lines up with the top of the wall over here that they actually can see you, and that's actually how I was able to figure out later on that I could actually that I could sneak on the outside and still get some people. So right there I snuck in and took like just a quick shot at that guy and then just ran away, like kind of the hit and run tactic. I actually leveled up right here. So right here I'm kind of building up my stamina again, and I'm kind of like waiting for myself to be hidden again, because like they actively look for you until that thing says that you're hidden, and they stop looking for you. So here I'm gonna deliver the finishing blow to this guy, and it'll play a cutscene. The way cutscenes work in Skyrim is what the game does is it traces to if you're gonna hit someone, and then it automatically like calculates how much damage you're gonna do, and based on their remaining health and how much damage, the game throws up a number and decides if it wants to put in a cutscene or not. So the way that works is, say there's a guy with like, I don't know, like more than half his health missing, and then one arrow would kill him. Then the game would kind of scan that as I go for the shot, and it would decide if it wanted to play a cutscene. And actually, the game is broken in some areas of this. Like, you can totally miss, and the game will still play a cutscene because it thinks you're gonna hit, because it doesn't calculate like objects in front of people. So if there's like a wall in front of someone and the game doesn't realize, then it'll actually sometimes play that cutscene, but your arrow will just completely miss. And that's an interesting thing that's in this game. So right here, I actually, earlier on, I went back. I actually reloaded the game at one point. I don't know if you caught it or not. It's kind of hard to tell the transitions, but I actually went this way, didn't realize that guy was there, and he just totally like flanked me and like attacked me. And so I kind of wanted to do it more stealthy. As you can see here, I have no idea where he went. I'm assuming that he fell off the cliff somehow, or despawned or something. I really don't know. There's actually later on in the movie that I try to find him again, and I can't find him. He's just completely gone. So right here, I make it up the side of this kind of rock wall kind of thing. Like, generally you're not technically supposed to go right here, but this is just kind of like it's really easy to climb mountains and stuff on this game. Like, I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose. But it's really nice, because it means there's alternate paths all over the place. You can't do it as easily on like some of the other Bethesda games, and you can't do it on other games because you jump against a rock and collision detection would automatically just make you fall. But due to this game, you kind of just like float into rocks, and so you can actually jump up some of them. So I found here that the peak of this rock lets you see over the wall. So if I go too far, there's a guy standing on the wall to my right, and he actually will see me. So I go for a shot here, and I miss. I've actually hit that guy from that position, but I couldn't figure out the right aiming, and when I fired the first shot, I was actually detected, but they didn't know exactly where I was. They just knew to like look around. So I decided to keep heading around the castle, or the fort, or whatever you want to call it, and I saw this guy, which I'm really not sure where that guy came from. I'm assuming it's not the guy from the left side. It could be the same guy, because he like generally looks the same. But I'm really, like I said, I'm really not sure. So I have to wait again, and it actually increases your sneak every time you get kind of caught and then like go back into hidden. So it's really easy to kind of like level up your sneak through this way. But yeah, I'm waiting. I had to wait for my sneak to go back down, and that guy was obviously looking for me. That's why he was actually walking back away, because he headed this direction and then realized he couldn't find me, and then he turned around. This game is very poor at like NPCs looking for you. Like they automatically just like kind of stop. It's like in real life, if you got hit with an arrow, obviously you would know someone was nearby and you would keep searching. But in this game, the way the sneak aspect works is as long as you're far enough away from them, you actually won't. They won't continue looking for you. So right there I pulled kind of like a sniper shot, which is kind of really hard to pull off. I'm kind of surprised I got it in my first shot, because that's a really long distance away. Actually, later on in the video, you can actually see me, because I get to that tower, and you can see where I'm actually at in the relative position. So right there, I did a quick save and quick load, and I kind of trimmed some of the video down, because I was waiting for my sneak thing to go down. There's a lot more sections I could have cut out, but the problem is this is kind of like in real time, so like the sky and everything changes. So it would look kind of sloppy if I kind of like cut out part of the video. As you can see, I didn't make that sniper shot there. Like I said, it's kind of hard to pull off. But right here, I kind of wait for a while, which I could have cut more time off. But the sky actually changes and it gets a lot darker. Or brighter. It's like the sunset right now. It actually, through the course of this video, it starts in the daytime, and then it actually gets to the night while I'm doing this. So that's kind of a relative of how long it takes. Like the game day and night cycle, I think is about like half an hour to 20 minutes for a full like maybe like 24 hours or something. It might even be less than that, because this video is actually, it's about 20 minutes long, and by the time I end it, it's into the night. So I'm going here for another sniper shot. I don't think I hit him. Yeah, I didn't end up hitting him right there. I actually do end up hitting him from this location eventually. But he's really far out there, and it's not like a sniper rifle where you can just aim right at him and shoot. You kind of have to like track your arrow, because it kind of like falls due to the way the arrow's physics work. So here, I think I might hit him at this spot. Can't remember. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. So I barely hit him. Unfortunately, I think that due to the distance, I didn't actually kill that guy because he was so far away. Because I do have the 3 times modifier. So while I'm sneaking, I actually do more damage. So you're right there, I kind of trimmed a little bit of the video so you can see it kind of got darker when I quick saved and kind of reloaded. The kind of clouds in the sky kind of move. I went for another shot and I hit him, but for some reason it didn't count as a sneak attack. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because when I shot the arrow, they knew which direction I shot it from, so they were already aware, so it didn't count as a sneak attack. I'm not really sure on the details there. So at this point, I think I decided to go around towards the gate to this entrance. Because at this point, there should be maybe like 2 or 3 guys left. I really don't know, because I know there's a guy on the tower, and I know there was a guy on the wall that I saw. So, at the very most, I know there's 2 people. I know at one point on the right side of the entrance, there was that one guy, which he might still be there, which I actually go back and check just to make sure. As you can see here, I wish I would have like did a better save right here, so I could have cut out the part where I go back and look for him, because he's obviously not there. I don't know if you can see it, but I actually looked right at a guy, but because it's so dark I didn't realize that I was looking at someone. So here's the guy on the wall that was actually, he could see me. And I ended up getting a critical strike, so I was able to take that guy out, like, instantly. So, continuing forward, I would imagine there's some guys that have better armor in this little area. And that's probably why I'm not able to take everyone out with, like, 1 or 2 shots. Sometimes it takes more than that. So, I decided to go back here and look for that guy, but I could not find him. And I decided to see if I could get a better angle. Which actually up on this cliff over here, you can see kind of where the moon is at, and like kind of like the lighting in the sky. I forgot what that's called. But I kind of head over here. And part of the reason I made this video is because I wanted to show off a little bit of what this special edition looks like and has to offer. It's not like a huge difference, and you probably won't really notice it on PC, but it's a great performance upgrade from the console versions. Like the Xbox 360 and the PS3 versions are way crappier than this. Like, they don't look nearly as good. So I didn't see anybody, and I couldn't hit that guy on the tower from that location, unfortunately. So I decided to walk back here. And I walk in here not realizing there's a guy standing right next to that door, which you actually, it's kind of hard to see, but right here is where I noticed it. And I was like, oh, whoops. So I got out of there quickly, and I think I was kind of detected, but I don't think I was, I think I was heard, but I wasn't seen. So now I wait till I'm hidden again. And I go for the shot, and I'll zoom in right here so you can actually see. And I just about took them out, and then I decided to hide over here in the darkness. It's actually easier now that it's dark to actually take over this fort. And so they come looking for me, and another person comes after me, and they have full health. So I was just like, oh, I better not shoot the other one, because they'll see me. So I kind of tried zooming in to see if I could see them, but I couldn't really get a good view because of that tree right there. But you'll actually, it's kind of a good thing that I did this, because now I know there's still 3 people in this base. Which, like I said, I could have gone out just kind of like guns blazing, just take these people out. I'm sure I would have been able to manage, but like the sneaking approach was just more fun. So there again, I go for that kind of like little cutscene thing. Like I said, it's just kind of random. Like the game just throws up a number when it does it. And like I noticed, if you're pretty far away, the game like doesn't detect it as well. So right there, that girl, she heard me, so she started talking, and she's just kind of like, "Oh, is someone there?" Blah blah blah. So now I continue forward, and I'm gonna kind of go inside the base. trying to not blow into my mic. It's kind of like a bad headset. I need one of those kind of stand-up ones. But anyway, so to my left here is that girl that's on the side of the wall. And you can actually see her kind of walking towards me because I think she did notice me and she kind of headed this way. And now she'll turn around because I'm hidden now. So I kind of like decide to peek around the corner, check if she's there, and I try to go for a shot. But there's not really a very good angle, so I have to wait till she gets to the top of these stairs right here. So here we go. And unfortunately I missed. So now I have to go back and wait until I'm hidden again. And then when she turns around, then I go for another shot at her back. I actually really screwed up here because I wasn't in a good place to hide. And this chick just like totally walks right past me. My sneak wasn't high enough to just hide without getting detected, so I just decided to keep shooting her with arrows. Which it only takes like a few more seconds. But it would have been nice if I would have gotten like entirely been sneaking the whole time. So right here I decided to switch to the arrows that she dropped because I have like a lot more now. And now I'm going to go for that last final kill in the tower. Which is a long shot. I really wish the game would have done the kill cam kind of thing for it. Because this is so far away and like really hard to line up. But like I said, I think the game, it only tracks like where exactly your crosshair is pointing at. So, since I have to aim kind of upwards, I don't think the game even thinks that I'm going for a shot. And then I just hit it. So there we go, there's the last guy. So I decided to make it to the tower and kind of just have like an overview of what the entire fort looks like. So I'm heading there now. I actually could have got up and ran, but I wasn't sure if there was more people inside this building, or inside this complex kind of area. One of the big improvements to this game is actually your view distance. It's actually a lot higher than it was before. Like, you couldn't see as far out. Like, that shot that I got, the long shot, I probably couldn't have pulled it off as easily. So here I go. It's really dark, but I go to the top of this tower. And I check out this bandit, take his gold, whatever. And I forgot to make another video, or I forgot to record, so I actually added an extra part right there. This is kind of like post, like after I went through. So here's just kind of like looking around at the area that I've been in, and then like zoom down there. That's kind of where I took the shots from. And I kind of show like an angle of trajectory here. So this guy's standing here, so he was looking over here. And I was over on the side of the mountain right there, or the side of that rock. And that's it. Thanks for watching my video.